Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for the third part in this 3-part series.
I'm River.
I'm Jeff.
And welcome to Detecting Our Past.
Okay, coolest find of the day so far. I just flipped over this plug and pulled out, keep it in focus, a beautiful alarm clock, it looks like, with a bell on top. And the glass is broken, but I'll have to be very careful with how I get that out of there. That's the back assembly, but that is an old alarm clock. Look at the old bell. The handle up here. Oh, it still works. The handle on top of the clock. Wow. Incredible. Hopefully it's got some mechanisms underneath this dirt. Oh, the glass is all broken. I better be careful. Very cool.
So I'm on a really good mid-tone right here. It's reading around a 33 to 37. And most of what we found in this range is like an iron tone, ferrous tone, but I'm gonna dig it. Hit something there, so it's probably just a tree root. Oh, I feel something. I feel something big. That's metal. Whoa.
Crazy.
Check this out. This. I don't know what it could be. Though one end is tapered and the other end looks like it might have been coupled with something else, so maybe it's a nozzle to a hose or some kind of primitive hydraulic system.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That it could be, yeah, it definitely looks like it.
There's markings.
What does that say?
I don't know what it could say, but I see
upside down. I see an
OW. Does it say own?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Any comments on what this could be would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Amazing find.
Ask for a better site to explore and document than this. This is a hat. That's an old leather hat that one of these guys had on their head 175 years ago. Look at this thing. Look at this. Absolutely unbelievable. So we've got the hat and the glasses and the pocket watch and the tools. Wow. Okay, out of the same hole that the shoe came out of, I put the Garrett carrot back down in the ground and came up with another tone, and it looks like that is a really precise leather punch, which makes sense because this is the area that we found the shoes and the shoe making material right here. So I'm gonna keep digging this spot and see if somebody lost a tool bag.
Okay, right now I'm down in an old creek bed, and you can tell it's a creek bed because there's kind of a natural depression and it's running downhill, and the vegetation is very thick right around this depression. So this would have been an old creek bed that the pioneers would have been able to use for water and food. And I think we might have discovered some sort of primitive hydraulic system And this is the nozzle we found earlier in the episode. And this is another giant piece of pipe.
Wow.
In the riverbed with extensive rust.
How heavy is that?
This is a solid 30 pounds.
Yeah, it looks really
and
heavy.
The nozzles are almost identical. This one's a little longer and skinnier. But this, I think, is evidence of some sort of pioneer water system, and I think it's very, very cool.
Hey guys, okay, just really cool. Within this same 2-foot area, we've got another spoon. Looks like this one's in a little bit better condition, and it looks like an exact match to a spoon we had on our very first show, but it's got that really green patina, so it makes me wonder if it's, sorry, it's out of focus, if it's copper or what the composition is. But another beautiful spoon.
All right, this is something that we found out here in the trading post and our other campsites about 15 to 20 times. It's a food can. Some sort of, they were eating, drinking, consuming something out of these cans. And we found these quite a bit, and it doesn't have any markings on it. There might have been a label, but there is no label now. But it's just, if anyone has any information, let us know. No idea what it could be.
So I wanted to point out something today in the woods. As you've probably noticed, it's a really gray day, and that's not weather related. That is all smoke from the wildfires that have been happening in the Pacific Northwest and California, as you've probably seen on the news in the last couple of weeks. Today is September 12th, and the smoke is just unbearable. In this area, we're only going to be able to spend maybe an hour or two outside today, and then we're going to have to go back inside. But just wanted to point that out. If you're curious as to what it looks like, okay, doing a little bit of a live dig here. If it is what I think it is, that could be pretty cool. But it looks like another wood maul, or, yep, that's exactly what that is. That is a, damn, I mean, darn, that is a, that's got to be 15 pounds wood maul. Wow, awesome. You can see how it's been just used, pounded and pounded on that side. Look at that thing. Wow. Wow. All right, another amazing treasure. The site that keeps on just came up with a surface find, and we've been coming up with some pretty cool bottles out here. It looks like this one is oh, it's not quite complete. Look at that. That looks like a 19th century, what's left of a 19th century whiskey bottle. I can tell it's old because it is going to require a cork or a stopper instead of a screw-on cap, but it's a shame that that's not whole. It'd be a really cool piece. Very cool.
So we've been digging around in that trading post itself because it's been a very high yield area, lots of artifacts. And we found lots of pieces of machinery up here. And I have no idea what this could be, though I'm assuming it fits into it somehow. And it almost looks like it could have been a really, really big cotter pin or something. But this little bit that sticks out tells me different. And I don't know what it is. It might have been part of their furnace or hydraulic system that we have discovered they may have had. So any help on identifying this would be much, much appreciated. Great find. Now here I've discovered more than just an artifact. I've discovered probably an entire area of the campsite. So this right here, I assume, would have been the cooking area and the eating area for the campsite and the site we're in right now. And right here looks like it would have been the remains of the cook pot. This would be the big pot where they had their soup and beans and everything, and their fishies. And this is so delicate. Obviously some sort of eating dish. And here is a little pot. And this one is really cool because you can see here and here, it still has the holders for a handle. So we can tell that it's a pot. And this would have been the cooking area. And over at the trading post, we're thinking maybe it's not a trading post, but one of our viewer comments suggests it could have perhaps been a cobbler's shed where they would have made boots, because we did in fact find a large pile of boots. And the artifacts we found, the pocket watch, the spectacles, the fishing reel, the alarm, that probably would have all been on somebody's desk, and maybe the cobbler's desk where he would have worked and fixed his boots. And we are just, after 3 episodes and hours of metal detecting, we're just starting to get an idea of what this site would have looked like 150 years ago.
Well, that wraps up this episode of Detecting Our Past. We hope you've enjoyed exploring this site as much as we have.
Be sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button, and to join us next time on another great hunt.